welcome to the Think Loud Crew podcast with three moms keeping it real. Is that it?
Yes.
My name is Zach Davis, you guys.
Is that your radio voice?
This is my radio voice.
Are we on
Wow.
like a sex
Can
talk
you do
show?
it later tonight?
I was gonna say, is this the
Yes.
voice you hear at night, Cheyenne?
Wow, no.
She's
I
impressed.
sit up a little bit.
That's my man.
Plug
This is
my
how I really
ears.
talk.
This is not how you talk.
This is my real voice.
Cheyenne's
Shut up,
talking
Zach.
about,
Do the voice. Wow. All right. Well,
Hey, we have a
welcome,
guest today,
welcome.
y'all.
I mean, I feel like every time Zach comes, he does the intro way better than we do. So
That was
thanks
Well,
for joining us today.
You guys need to bring me on.
Are you going to
you
talk in
guys
this
need to
voice
bring
the
me
whole
on.
time?
I'm not used to it. I'm a little nervous.
All right,
Please
no.
don't tell me you're going to talk with the voice the whole time.
I can't
I
do
can't
that.
take him serious like this.
No. First off, I have a disclaimer. I think we're all a little bit loony right now because we've all had really long weekends.
Yeah.
I'm for
I agree.
sure
into
beyond loony. I don't. If I'm a little weird today, I'm always weird, but I'm a little off.
What'd you do this weekend, Shannon? Tell us about it.
Oh,
Do
Lord.
we want to start with her?
I don't know if it's going to come out or not.
This weekend, Parker had a hockey tournament. We got there. We in Provo, Utah, which is very nice. It was very beautiful. We got there Friday and I got back yesterday, and so it was like how many days? No, it's not that.
Friday to Monday.
Friday to Monday.
Was in Utah?
Huh?
Debbie?
No.
Carrie?
Yeah, she
Yeah,
was
she
just in
was in
Utah.
Utah.
She was
She
in
was in
Vegas
Vegas
when we were in
and
Vegas and in Utah
then
when you
Utah
were in
when
Utah.
you
were in
Utah.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah.
I feel like a lot of
I
the
know,
families, a lot of families did that when they drove. A lot of families drove up, so they stopped in Vegas while you guys were in Vegas, and then drove the rest of the way.
Yeah.
I wish we did that. I got to do that, but I had to work. I got to get that money, so
You guys flew?
we flew.
Yeah, I didn't want to
Like,
drive.
I had zero desire to drive.
Yeah,
this
we
weekend.
flew to Vegas. Corey and his family, they drove, and I was just like, why?
Yeah.
It's like, it's only a 4-hour drive. It's not that big of a deal, which it isn't, but I'm just picturing Ace in the car for 4 hours.
Zaire gets
I
car
can
sick.
only.
Hell no. Me, I can't picture me in the car for 4 hours.
I don't know
let alone
how
Ace.
those parents did it. I guess that breakup in Vegas and then the rest, because I was like a 9-hour drive.
Oh.
They packed all their whole family. So some of them have, younger siblings and all that stuff. But yeah, we had a hockey tournament. Parker kicked ass. The cutest story. I don't know why his coach told the kids that they can say ass. He said, the one bad word y'all can say is ass. And I'm like,
Wow.
I said, excuse
like-
me. I said, Parker doesn't cut. Like, don't tell the kids that they can say that if the parents didn't say they could cuss.
He wants them to be like, kick
How
ass.
old
Yes.
are these kids? Like
They're all
8 and 7?
I've never been on a team where
Like-
you couldn't cuss though. Like
Okay,
where you
but
would
at
get in
7
trouble.
years old,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
coach
at
is
7.
telling
Well, the
you to
coach is
say-
telling
No, we've
mind
never
you-
been instructed to cuss.
Yeah, that's
So I
different.
said, excuse
very
me,
different.
and Parker looked at me because he knows, like, you don't
Yeah.
just sit around
I
saying
think-
ass.
I think it's one thing if it slips out the kid's mouth, like they do something good or bad, and it slips.
Right.
But it's a whole other thing for the coach to instruct your kid on this. Is
I
the
was
cuss word
so
you can
confused.
use.
All the parents looked at him like, what the fuck? Like, no.
Does he not have kids? Does the
no,
coach have kids?
and he's just turned 21, so he...
Oh, that explains a
So
lot.
he's
parenting
a kid
advice.
himself. So sometimes I look at him like, bro, get your life.
Hey guys, you guys can say ass. Kiki, don't tell your parents. But like,
Literally. But so it was really cute. So before one game, Parker goes, hey, Mom, can I say it? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Say what? And he's like, can I say it? And he's like, I'm like, ass? So he's like, yeah, also I want to say, let's kick some ass. So I lit him before a game, and he was so happy because he was like, let's kick some ass. And then,
wow.
So I let him say it. I
It's a
let him-
technical foul.
I let him live his best
Yeah,
life.
penalty.
You know, Parker go in the bathroom, he'd be like, ass, damn, fuck, shit, yes. And then
I had a
walk
moment
out.
like that with Ryder in the
Because
bathroom
it's
this
literally
weekend.
how he said it. Because I was like, Papa, you can say it loud. But he was just like, let's kick some ass.
Oh my God, Ryder
My
would have
loud
been like,
ass.
"We about to kick these motherfucking asses."
I'm like, oh my God. Right.
Ryder is nuts right now with the cussing.
Is she?
She's at this age, I feel like, where she's like learning all these new words. So she'll come home and she'll be like, "Mom, so-and-so said the B word. And I'm like, ooh, what's the B word? Because I really want to see, like, if she knows,
say it.
you know, what they are. Because she's come home before and said the D word, and then she says it's dumb.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, okay, or the S word is stupid. So I'm like, now we're gravitating into her really knowing the words. So the other day she said the B word. I said, so what's the B word? I'm thinking she's going to say something like bully or something like that. She said, bitch. And she whispered it like, and she did this thing with her eyes, and I said, oh, the B word.
The B word.
I was like trying to figure out, well, who said it and in what context. Right. And she said that some of the other girls were hiding in the bathroom from not going to, they didn't want to go to pee. And that one
Wait, are they ditching in first grade?
Yeah. And she said that, well, she wasn't. Ryder wasn't ditching. Ryder was telling me about the girls that were ditching. She said she really used the bathroom and went back to pee, sure. But she said that they were in there saying that PE was a bitch.
Not PE is a bitch.
And I was like, dang, they used it in the right context. This is a bitch.
PE was the best class.
I thought PE was hella
PE was
fun.
always
Right.
fun. I don't know what they talking about.
I
That's
didn't know
hilarious.
first graders even knew what it was to like ditch a class.
No, I asked Rye, so what were
or-
it was 2 girls and then another girl in the bathroom. I said, so what were they doing? She goes, well, I asked them and they said they like to hang out in the bathroom to not go to PE. And then she goes, they were ditching. And I was like, oh, wow.
Oh, so she knew.
She knew what they were doing. And then she said that one of the girls went back to PE with her and that they sat there and talked about how the other 2 still were in the bathroom ditching. And she was like, should I have told my teacher?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, let your teacher.
Let
That's
them-
your
let them
teacher's
get
fault
mad.
for not going to go find the damn first graders in the bathroom. I'm like, don't be a tattletale because then the other kids are gonna be mad at you. But you know, maybe hint, hey, where's so and so at? And start looking around. But don't just flat out say
Ask
it.
somebody else to ask.
They're in the
about
bathroom.
Right. I'm like, oh man, right, here we go.
That is hilarious.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild? First grade already ditching?
Yeah.
Didn't know
ditching
what
in first grade?
ditching.
Me
no.
neither.
Did
My
you
first
ditch
time
ever?
I did, yeah, 6th grade.
6th grade.
Where were you going?
Yeah,
was a
where'd
square.
you go?
To the bathroom?
No, all right.
McDonald's.
So,
What'd you
damn,
say?
she's spot on with one of the
McDonald's.
places. No, all right. So look,
In 6th grade? How old
it
were
was
you in
the end
6th
of
grade?
6th grade, and there was like the end of the year field trip where everybody got to go to the park.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't able to go. It was like all of us. We weren't able to go for a specific reason. I think it was something we did as a group. So we were all, we had to stay at the school that day, and all the kids got to go to the park.
Oh, heck no, I'd be pissed.
So we all was like, we're not coming to school. We all meet up McDonald's.
It's like breakfast. What
We-
is it?
Meet
Breakfast
up
Club?
McDonald's.
We met up at McDonald's, and we didn't go to school. When I mean, we went to McDonald's. We were in the plaything. We went to the park.
But
different
y'all lived
park.
your best
Bunch
life.
of badass
A
6th
different
graders
park.
in the plaything at McDonald's.
We played Ding Dong Ditch, and then we went. This is where we messed up. Well, I didn't mess
Where
up.
we messed up.
I didn't mess up. We went to the back of the school.
Stop tapping the table.
Oh, we went to the back of the school, and then we kind of were like, nah, let's not go back on campus. But one of my boys, he was like, his name is Dante. He was like, I got to go back. He went back. He got caught. So we all went to this other school called El Rincon and met up there. And then Dante comes trotting up. And then we're all just chilling. He's like, I snitched. I'm like, what? He was like, bro, I had to tell. They was about to kick me out. I had to tell on everybody. I'm like, what the fuck? I got a call probably like 3 minutes after that.
From who?
My stepmom, Carrie. She called me, and then she was like, I just got a call saying that you guys weren't at school today. I was like, this nigga really told. I hung the phone. We was all hot. And yeah, then we got, I think it was like a 10-day suspension
You guys
on
are
top of
not
that. But that was my
okay.
first time ditching, and we got caught.
Wow.
Yep.
So when
Y'all
you
were
got home from that, what was your discipline?
I don't even remember. It wasn't bad, though.
It wasn't?
Because we already had the 10-day school suspension on top of that, so it wasn't like,
Oh, so you just added
Yeah.
to your suspension.
yeah.
So your dad wasn't like, what the hell? I'm sure
He was mad, but I mean, I
You
don't know.
didn't?
David and Christian already put him through the ropes with ditching. I remember both of them when they got caught. David
older
got caught by
brothers.
Winchell's. Yeah, Christian got caught.
Oh, so your dad was over it.
Christian got caught smoking. He was smoking by the library. And we were driving on the way to, I forgot where. And then my dad looked to the right, and then Christian was like,
Oh, he saw him.
no, it was like he saw a ghost. I remember. And then Christian like got up and started walking. My dad hit a U-turn, and Christian was down by the creek looking up like this. Yeah, it was bad after that. Then he got home, tried to say, it was a cigarette. It was a cigarette. Yeah.
That doesn't make it any better.
It doesn't. He was like 11th grade, 10th grade at the time. I don't know. But he got caught.
Cheyenne, did you ever ditch?
No.
Me either.
Me neither.
Never in
I
life.
was
Never
so
in life. I
scared
was too
to
scared to do
ditch.
that.
Not a
remember-
period, not nothing, not
No.
first periods.
In
I'm
senior
trying to
year,
think. No, I
like
don't
I had
think
senior
so.
privileges. I could just leave senior year, but up to that, like I didn't want to.
I had nowhere to go.
I played sports. My parents
Y'all
worked in
never
Pasadena.
like had a like a little boyfriend and just left school and oh, you
trying
guys
to
were
think.
goody two
No.
shoes.
No.
No.
I remember this one time this girl was like, hey, you want to ditch with me? And I was so curious to see where they ditched from. Because they were like, all the gates, there were security guards. Like, if you wanted to go to your car, you had to get through security.
Yeah.
Like, the school was, there was no
was
getting
locked
in,
down.
no getting
Yeah.
out. Oh my God, y'all. It was like they went to the lower school playground, and there was this area where there was like a corner area with like all these bushes and trees. And they would jump onto like the platform and climb over the wall right there. And I was like, wow, I'm not doing that.
They did a mission.
It was a mission.
I just don't understand like the technicalities behind it. Like, do I get dropped off at school and then do I
run
walk
away?
or do I go to class
Well,
and then walk away?
It depends how your your childhood was. Did you get dropped off as a kid? Did you catch the bus?
Yeah,
Did
and
you-
I'm in uniform, so am I packing extra
look
clothes
stupid
in my
walking down
backpack?
Orange
I used to
Grove.
Right,
walk to
yeah.
school and I used to catch the bus to school at one point. So it
Oh,
was
so
like
you
there was,
could've-
but then we got
Different.
dropped off. Yeah, it was a lot different. The majority of the times I was walking to school.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
so
I
you
used-
had the opportunity to just
walk
I
be
had
like,
a lot of
opposite
I had a lot of
So-
freedom. We used to sleep over friends' house on school nights, walk to school from there as a group of us because they all lived in like
Oh.
the same
Yeah,
complex
we lived
building.
a very different life.
I wasn't
Very
like different at anybody's
What?
house.
But those are the times we actually went to school. That's what's crazy.
Is when you spent
So-
the night at a
so
friend's
that's-
house.
Oh yeah,
So
we'd
we're
all
all
wake up,
together.
we'd all go to school early,
It'd
play
be a
basketball,
motivation,
and
I'm
then go to
sure.
class.
like, let's go.
I swear it was way different.
Yeah.
Almost-
Right the other day, we were at Iris's house, and Rye asked Zach first because she knows that he's gonna probably say yes if she could have a sleepover, and
During the school week?
it was a school day. I'm like, no, it's a school day, and Zach's looking at me like,
Why not?
it's a big deal. And now I understand
'Cause I used to do
that
it,
it's, to
but-
him, it's not a big deal.
No, with Ryder, it is different. I looked at you like I'm not gonna be the bad guy and say no because I know she can't. No.
She can't really sleep throughout the night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
She gonna be at
And that's
Iris's
what-
door like.
Yeah, I explained to Rye, like,
Hello.
what are you gonna do when you wake up in the middle of the night and it's a school night? You know what I
Right.
mean? I'll let her spend the night on a weekend because it's different. They stay up late,
Yes.
and then she's more tired, so then she sleeps. But this night it was still kind of early, and people parent differently. Like I parent to where everybody can get in my bed. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
But I also know like some of my friends that we have girls around the same age, they're adamant about like, no, you sleep in your own bed. Ryder's used to sleeping with the body.
Yes.
So she's telling me, oh no, I'll cuddle with Ayla. And I'm like, Rye, you're going to wake up and want to go get in Troy and Iris's bed. And you're
That's
not
not
allowed to get in Troy and
Yeah.
Iris's bed. So I think that the older the kids get and the more we get into these friend groups that have kids, I'm just learning so much about people's parenting styles or the way people discipline or the way people don't discipline.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's very different.
It's
but I mean,
different.
it also has to be different because everything doesn't apply to every kid.
That's
Yes.
true.
Yeah,
It's
every kid is
definitely
different.
True.
And I'm learning that now.
Yeah.
Like the way that I parent Ace and Ryder are different, and the way I discipline them are different. Ryder, if she got spanked, I don't think she would even understand the concept of it.
why?
Of why?
Of why she
would-
got spanked?
She would be
She
more
would be
so
really
just
hurt.
like
Scarred.
hurt and scarred and like her. She
Why
would
did you
say,
do that to
yeah,
me?
she would be like, you just broke my soul. Like,
Yeah.
she would give you like a really deep answer, and then it wouldn't even be like it would be like, oh fuck, like you know what I mean?
Like,
it's
why
just-
did I just do this to
Right.
her?
But she didn't do it, but I forgive you though.
Yeah, it would be like
And
it
you'd
would
be
be turned into a
Oh.
weird thing against me to where the ways that we discipline her are more like, give me your phone,
That's
or
yeah. She's
like,
That's
she's,
how
you can't get your
discipline
nails done on Monday, and then it's
she's
like,
very easy to beat around from having to
yeah.
to
just-
hands-on.
Yes. No.
Now Ace,
She doesn't need it. Ace needs it.
Ace, we be putting that Zach put that little pamper down.
We were at Troy. It happened at Troy and Iris's house.
Yeah.
We were all sitting on the couch, and there was 3 occasions where the kids came running out talking about Ace did something to Harper.
Ace hit Harper.
The last one, Ace scratched Harper in the eye. So I was fed up. I was like, oh,
You were
it's
fed
on.
up with him.
But the thing is, Kenton just said he gave Harper her first whooping. So I'm
But
like,
they would never spank Noemi because Noemi and
Noemi is
Ryder
just like
are the
the
same
same,
personality.
but
Just
Harper's
very
like
sensitive.
Ace.
yes.
So I go in the room and I'm looking at Ace, and Ace is just sitting there, ha 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 ha, I've said nope.
Yo, they've
little...
really been going ha 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 lately. Like,
Yeah,
it's easy.
it's like-
for like
It's
so
like
I
they
pulled
know
the little
it.
thing down and pulled the diaper up and pop pop on his cheek.
He said haha to you.
Yes.
Yeah, because he
Like,
thought I
It's
was
like
joking.
an evil
He thinks you're
laugh. You'll
joking.
literally
he
go,
thinks you're
Yeah.
messing.
They think you're
They
playing.
think you're playing.
He thinks you're
So-
playing
Zaire
with
does
you.
the same thing.
The
And-
girls were there. They saw it and they all looked like, and then Ace just felt. He just was like, because
Because he was in front of everybody.
Yeah, he probably was a little embarrassed, but he needed it. Ace is like, he doesn't. He
They-
know the thing about him.
He knows.
He'll sit there and tell you stop. But the second you tell him stop, he gonna keep going.
He's like, look at me, watch this.
Yeah,
I'm
and
gonna give you something to
Interesting.
stop.
he's at this age of like testing you.
'Cause he's
like,
what?
He's 2.
Two,
But he'll
yeah.
be 3 in May. But he's in this real like, I'm testing you and I'm gonna see how far I can go until you tell me to stop, and then I'm gonna see what you do when I keep going after you tell me
Right.
to stop.
Yeah.
So the way we discipline him is changed, and it has to be different than how we discipline Ryder. And I just had this conversation with my friend Ashley. She's like, girl, we've never spanked Noemi a day in her life. If we spanked her now, she would probably go to the school and tell them to call CPS on
Oh
us.
my God.
Like, she wouldn't understand. But she's like, Harper, Like, Harper's a way different personality.
Harper is different. She's like
Harper's
Ace, the
like
girl
Ace.
version of
It's
Ace.
literally, they're like
Yeah.
2 peas in the pie.
Yeah.
She's
they're
so
funny.
cute.
So she's like, you have to parent each kid different.
It's fact.
What about y'all?
Boz, everybody keeps telling me pop his ass some more, but it's like
Pop some ass more.
I have, and it hasn't like the it's not there, the cause and effect or like the result. So I've had to figure out other things with Boz.
What are
Still
some things that
figuring
work?
things out with Boz. So it's like a matter of taking things away, but it's like he's like, I don't want it anyways. He tries to be defined in that way. Now when he does something that it's like, hey, I told you not to do that, you did it again, go in the other room, he has to count to 200. That was working for a hot minute because he was like, this takes so long and I want to do this. But now he's like, this is stupid, Mom. 1, 2, 3. And he sits there and counts. But
No,
I
Boz was
do
at our
have
house
to
one
pull his
day.
butt down. His
She
pants
told
down.
him to count. He said 1, 2, 3, 200. I said,
But he was like 1, 2, 200. I was like,
oh,
way he
shit.
So, no. I have videos or I have audio on my phone because he used to try and get around. I said, no, Boz, I'm going to sit my phone here right here and it's going to record you count. And if you mess up, we're going to have to do it again. Except for this time, we're going to go to 300. And like,
Boz needs an old school whooping.
He
Not no count to
does.
300 or count to 200.
I used to be scared
Can't
when
spell
I was
out.
younger.
popped him.
I used to be
Hell
fearful,
yeah.
like, oh, I don't want no
We
belt.
used to get spanked.
I used to.
I got spanked.
We
I
used to
used
get spanked.
everything. Really?
But it was like, for
Yeah.
me, I was very like
My dad
strong-willed.
would. My dad
Yeah.
would have a belt around his
I
neck.
thought you said you didn't get spanked.
She would get
No,
the majority of
Cheyenne
them.
would get
I would-
spanked and come running under me,
And then she
I
would
would
get
get
spanked.
Oh,
spanked.
hell no.
Stop
My
it.
dad-
Bullshit.
My dad would have a belt around his neck.
hate her.
Man.
hate her.
And then
She's okay. She's mad.
Nana would spank us in the bath.
No,
Oh.
I never got a spanking.
I
from Nana
got
in the bath.
spanking in the bath. Nana spanked my ass in the bath. She
Yikes.
said it was
Oh,
gonna hurt
shit.
more.
It
Hell
does.
yeah,
Water does
wet
hurt
whipping
more.
hurt. We used to get
I
whippings for
remember
no
that
damn
as
reason.
a kid.
No reason at all. Just
Damn.
get whooped.
What
Remember
about
we was at a
Parker?
restaurant one day.
Parker,
Y'all
I
get
feel
whooping.
like
At a restaurant, you got whooped?
No,
when
we were
you
just
get
sitting there
home.
at a Chinese place, and they're like, "When y'all get home, you're getting whoopings." So
it's
we're like, what
that.
the fuck did we do? I know y'all did something like
For a
what?
it was that. It was those moments. Like if you like
We
knew
really got whoopings.
leading up
No,
to
y'all
like,
did something.
and you're like, shit, what did I do? How
the
could I
worst.
apologize? In the car, like, I'm sorry.
But our whoopings were fun. Go ahead.
I had a spoon for a hot second. I didn't use it, but I was just
For
put it on
Boz?
for Boz when he was like wanted to
My mom broke
cut
one
up
on
and
Christian's
stuff.
ass.
I would just
Oh my
be like,
God.
it's gonna sit this here. I don't want to use it, but like,
It was a threat.
yeah, and I don't like threatening. I don't want to like parent. I don't want to like discipline out of fear. Like
What does that mean?
I don't want my child to do things out of fear. I want my child to do things because like this is what is expected of him, or this is the right thing, or this is what you're being taught, versus like I'm scared, so I'm gonna like
So you don't
rebel or
believe in
submit, you know?
like putting their bluff in early with your kid.
Oh, I definitely have to, and I've had to learn to, because Boz is
What
gonna be a
about
really big
Zaire?
kid. Zaire is a different, more. He's still 2. Like
Yeah.
he's not really in that age of like, let me mess with you.
He's
but
not
like
rebelling or anything. Like
with Zaire, it's hard for me because I feel like I need to get him around more kids so that he's just more socialized. So like where I would want to discipline him, where say if he's having a hard time sharing with Ace or something, and it's like not him just being a bad kid or not listening, it's just he just needs more exposure or just needs someone to be taught. It's like I can't discipline him the same as I would discipline Boz, or even have those same expectations or wants for them at this age.
How does Mez discipline them?
Couldn't tell you. He's not.
Well, when he was just
when
here.
he's with him.
Yeah, when he's with them.
I honestly don't know.
Okay, when you guys lived together, how would he discipline them?
Well, Boz listens different to his dad versus me. Boz wants to challenge me. Boz is like, I'm going to mess with my mom. And Boz will tell me. He'll be like, Mom, I'm going to mess with you.
Until you whoop
like,
his ass.
I'm going to mess with you.
I don't like...
And then he goes, yeah, because before with his dad, it was just a different energy. So I know Boz knows he can get away with more with me.
So he feels like he can push your buttons. He feels like he can...
Yes.
Take that extra with you.
That extra step. But then there are times where I really like shut it down, and it may be like the way I speak to him, like my voice gets a lot more firm, or I'm like, I don't know, I may bang on the table because it's like, excuse me, So it varies, but it's, I wish his dad was more present so that he could be more involved in the discipline conversation, but it's.
Have you guys talked about how you want to discipline the boys?
I've brought it up, but it's at this point, I just have to figure it out for myself. So I've like bought books. I took a class. I'm talking to my friends who like have raised boys at this point because we grew up in a house full of women. Like it's different, and it's I'm trying to seek other parents or who have sons who are I'm like, oh, I like the way that you parent or the style you're parenting. So it's been a difficult journey for me in that sense, just because it's like
you're trying to find
I'm
your
stuck. I'm in
way.
my world trying to figure out what's going on and like how are the people doing it. But it's interesting. I get a lot of advice on Snapchat when I have my little moments. People are very supportive. They like to share what works for them. I did get a book. I still need to read it.
What is the book called?
It's something on how to discipline your children. It's literally like different ways to do discipline. And the reason why I got that book is I took this nurturing parenting class, and there was a whole section on like corporal punishment versus discipline, and like how you discipline your child, or like what is non-abuse versus abuse. Like what are those fine lines? Because like for different people, spankings can
mean different things.
Yeah.
Yes. And just how you spank your children can mean different things. So with that, I was very, I'm still figuring it out. But yeah, I got to get my bluff in because my kids are huge, right? Or they're not huge, but they're growing so fast right now where it's
some
like.
Big boys.
I think you need to put a little bit of fear in the boss.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Because Boz,
hell yeah.
Because we'll have Boz, and Boz will
mindful.
listen to us.
Yes.
Yeah.
If she's not there.
But
you have to.
But
I just told him I'm going to.
No, Boz listens to other people.
But then as soon as Kyle walks in, it's like all of a sudden he's flailing on the ground. I'm like, bro, you were just fine. What are you doing? Like,
what's
what
going
are you doing
on?
all of a sudden? Is it because your mom is here? And it's literally like, yeah. So
interesting.
I don't like that. I don't like that. You know what I mean? Like
that he knows that he can act.
He knows what he's doing, and he'll say it, and it's like, bro, don't do that to your mother.
Volumes. Yeah, like
we'll talk about it. We literally will talk about it, and it's like.
Yeah, Isabel this morning told me, because Isabel came to Vegas with us for Ryder's cheer competition. She had Ace, and then Ryder would always go with like her friends group or whatever. But there were a few nights where she took all three of the boys, and I was a little, I'm a little worried because I'm like, how are you gonna handle all three? And she said, no. As soon as you guys walk out the door, they're fine. Like they're fine. Yeah. They play well. Boz is great with the two younger ones. Like they did a great job. But she said the last night, Boz was not having it, and she said Boz told her, You need to call my mom.
Yeah, he didn't like
You
that I
need
was
to
out.
you need to get her back right now. She should not be out.
Boz called me.
So then she said that she wasn't gonna call Kyle because she's like, I want your
Right.
sister to have some space and some freedom. And she said Boz needs to understand, mom can leave and she'll come back. So
And
she
she
said
needs to have freedom.
yeah, so she said that she explained to Boz, I'm not calling your mom. I don't have her number. I can't find it. She's going to come back. You'll be fine. So then Boz said, okay, we'll call Zach. I know you have Zach's number. So Isabel said they
possessive.
they
Ring,
called
I'm like,
Zach.
the fuck?
And then,
I didn't know they called you.
yeah.
They FaceTime me.
Yeah.
He said, "Where's my mom?" I said, "I don't know, Boz. She's gone. She's out. She'll be back later, okay?"
So then she said that when they got off the phone with Zach, that Boz was even more upset because she's like, why isn't my mom with Zach or Cheyenne? Why is she with her friends? And Isabel said that, what is the difference? And he said, well, she shouldn't be out with her friends. So Isabel was like, I think that he's a little controlling of his mother.
Next
Boz
day,
gonna be like Jody.
Right.
She have no dude.
No,
He gonna be like, "Get up on my house. It's my house."
Yeah, you better get a man quick.
Boz,
while he's
yeah,
still
Boz
young.
gonna be like Jody. You better watch that.
literally.
In like 6th grade, Boz
Be
got to be
baby
big
boy.
as shit
Big as
talking
shit
about,
talking about,
you can't
boy.
come in my house.
house.
That's my mama's house
Mama
right here.
what your house looked like first.
I'm
No, the
dead.
next morning, Isabel was like, yeah, so when you go out, like, how does Boz normally act? And I was like, Isabel, I don't go out. And she was like, yeah, we need to work on that. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, that's.
she was like, whatever you do, I want you to figure out how to have, like, more time for yourself and
Yeah.
away from Boz. Because she's like, Boz was like,
Yeah.
hello.
But she said that
Where is
she
she?
tried to explain to him the concept of like, when your parents leave in the morning to go for work and
Yeah.
they always come back when they're done with work.
Yep.
And she told him like, Shy and Zach leave in the morning, they come back from work and then they get to see them and all that stuff. And she said that Boz looked at her and was like, she doesn't do that. She don't do that. And Isabel was like, I know your mom works. And Boz said, nope.
Boz
She's at home.
She said she was sitting there looking at him like, okay.
like
In his
trying to think of
mind.
another thing to
I
say.
must be sitting
Well,
outside of
damn.
school waiting for him to come outside.
Yeah, I think he thinks that.
Just waiting patiently, Boz. I'm
Right
ready.
here, Boz.
Yeah,
Right here.
she said that she tried to explain all different type of concepts where parents leave and come back, and Boz was like, mm-mm.
That's crazy.
My mom's right here.
I went on
to go
a
to school with
date,
me.
And Boz was like, Mom, why are you getting dressed? Why are you doing this? So I'm like, I'm going on a date. And he was like, I don't know what happened. Something happened. I didn't come home one night. And I think you told them that I stayed at Starbucks all night.
No,
Stayed at
what?
Starbucks.
Grandma,
all
I
night.
didn't.
My mom told Boz I was at Starbucks all night. So Boz hit me with the, you going back to Starbucks all night?
Why would mom say you stayed at Starbucks all night?
I don't
Not
know.
Starbucks.
But Boz told me that. So he's been on this like, you going back to Starbucks all night? Like,
I cannot.
you went to Starbucks and didn't bring me back a cake pop? Like,
Not a cake pop.
Okay, Shannon, how do you discipline Parker? And then how is that versus how Robert disciplines?
So I think Parker is kind of like Ryder. Parker is very sensitive. So I've already instilled, when he was maybe like 2 or 3, we fought because he was just a little like, he was testing me. He would be in my face. If I slapped his arm or whatever, he'd like, and he would slap my hand back. So when he was little, I said, I need to put fear into you now because we're not fighting like this. We're not going to do this.
Yeah.
So at a young age, I would sit down with him. I said, you don't disrespect me ever. That's not what we're doing. So that I think that fearful and my voice, just knowing that me being a single mom and his dad's not in the house all the time, I have to put on a different voice. I have to put in a different fear into him when he's not doing what he needs to be doing.
Yeah.
So he doesn't like to be talked to a certain way. So when he does something wrong and he knows he's in trouble, he doesn't like when I talk to him. So if I'm talking and telling him what he did wrong, he already knows. He already knows that he did wrong. So it's my voice, it's me, even if we're in public, it's me squeezing the shit out of his hand or like little pinch here or there, like in public or whatever the case may be. Like if I'm telling him to snap out of like whatever I don't want him to do or something, it's like a little things that he knows that he's like, oh shit. And so after I do that, he just is in sad mode.
He's like, what's next?
He already knows. He just goes down to his little sad boy. Like he doesn't like to be wrong or like being disciplined. So those are his little things. Yeah, I feel like he doesn't, now that he's older, he doesn't do nothing crazy wrong. It's just me like making sure that he's in place. He's not disrespecting. He's listening. It's more of the listening. So it's me just making sure that he's respecting me as his mother. So it's just the little things. When he was little, we had a little smacking on the little bare butt a couple of times, and I think that snapped him into reality. That you don't play.
It does.
I feel like he knows that I don't play. So I guess you can say I instilled that in a young age. He definitely just knows. He knows he'll look at me if something happens. If another kid does something, he'll look at me and I'm like, I'm like, don't.
He knows what the kid did wrong.
Yeah, he knows what's up. So
that's good.
I feel like Parker knows what's up, or he knows if somebody else is doing something wrong, and I feel like he knows that if he watches or sees something, like this weekend, he saw some kids looking at something on YouTube, and he just slowly walked away, and he was like, "Mom, can we go now?" And I'm like, "What happened?" He's like, "They did something bad. They were watching something bad on." I'm like, "What?"
Damn.
So he knows better.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's the oldest of the bunch, so he's, developing.
Seasoned.
But I feel like he's very sensitive, so he doesn't like to get in trouble. He doesn't like to be talked to.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Boz is like,
And in his dad's house, I think he just gets talking to. I don't think Robert is really... Maybe one time, I picked him up and he was crying, and I was ready to fight.
Oh, here we go. You don't even know what he did.
I don't know what he did, but, his dad, me and his dad had a couple conversations just with discipline. I think it's just more of just talk. I think Parker really doesn't like to be wrong. Mm-hmm. So if you're talking to him about something that he might have did, or if he's not listening and you have that real serious talk with him, he's like, fuck.
Yeah. Ry doesn't like to be wrong.
He does. Yeah. It's if he's wrong, then he feels like he's like,
it's end of the world.
I'm so sorry. Like, it's just his whole day is crushed.
Yeah. With her, it's end of the world for her. But Ace will look at me and go, ha, 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 ha. And I'm like, how do you know that tune?
him and Zaire know
that tune?
I'm saying,
him
like,
and Zaire
that's
have
how
been teasing and
Parker
taunting
was.
each other lately.
Yeah.
Like,
And Ace will do this thing, like, he puts his fingers in his ears and sticks his tongue out. Now I'm like, bro, where did you get this
Lord.
from?
Oh, Lord.
Like,
YouTube.
why do you know this? So
Probably YouTube.
I don't know. Discipline is interesting though. Like,
It's very interesting.
especially like with Boss. He listens to other people. His teachers talk about how great of a listener and how helpful he is. With his dad, he doesn't want to he doesn't see his dad often, so he doesn't want to disappoint his dad. So he wants
he's
to
on
be
the best.
good. But with me, this boy is flopping like a fish, and
Yeah, he does.
I'm like, bro, you got to be mindful of
He
your
definitely
body.
does.
It's like it's not even like I'm disciplining him for him being a like bad kid or like in that sense, but it's like I don't want you to get hurt because you don't know what you're doing with your body as you're jumping around or
yeah.
it's
He'll
more
just,
so like
I think he drops and flails before he even sees like what's next to him that he can hit his head on or hit his arm on and stuff.
it's like he's too comfortable in his freedom at times. And I'm like, hey, I'm a free spirit too. I get you, but like let's put some boundaries of like, let me help teach you so that you can better protect yourself so that you don't crack your head over here when you're
flailing.
What does it look
Eyes
like?
look like he's flopping in the NBA game.
Oh,
I'm
he really
dead.
does.
Just-
He's
oh
a
my
professional
God,
flopper.
just a lot of-
Video needs a one-on-one
And
flopping.
it will be like we're fine. Like we'll be walking,
I would
everybody
just walk
thinks
away.
fine, and then all of a sudden
You
it's
just see
like
a flop.
a flop, and we're like, What happened?
And I'm like, I don't even know what happened.
You don't know.
Fish boy, fish.
He's a big kid too.
He
To
is.
be flopping
Yeah,
around.
Dad, when I watch, so Dad comes to my house sometimes and he'll have like all 4 of the kids or like 3 of the kids or whatever. And every now and then I look on the little camera just to see like what's happening, just
I
because
love that you guys have
He let him
cameras.
go.
he lets them go, right? But I've watched, there was one time where Boz was doing the fish thing. We call it the fish thing because he's literally like on the floor, like
He's like,
Is he?
swimming.
it looks like a fish out of water.
It's like a flailing
like-
thing.
Is
So-
it him being like?
That's what he does when he's upset.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he was doing the
Yeah.
fish thing, and my dad on the camera, he goes, no. Get up and go to the crying room. I'm like, what the hell's the crying room? So then later that night when we got home, I was like, Dad, what's the crying room? And he's like, that room over there. They go in there and they cry it out. And then they come out when they're done. I was like, did that work? He was like, for Boz, it worked.
Hey, but that's what for Boz.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because Boz don't want to go in that room by himself.
Yeah.
Oh, so you just like go by yourself and cry.
Yeah, and cry. And when you're done, you can come out and we can talk about it. But he's like, I'm not doing the fish flop thing.
No. Get up.
Get up and go over there and do it. And then Boz would be like, no, like then he
You do
kind of
that with
straightens
Boz?
up.
Have you tried that?
Go to the other room. Yes, but he's can you come look at me? Like he just wants someone to be there with him. Another thing is he's learning how to like regulate his emotions. Like he literally doesn't even know what he's doing. Like there's a disconnect, and that's all the kids at this age.
Yeah,
like, they're not
Parker's favorite
developed
thing
there.
to tell me.
They're not. Like as much as we want to be like, you know what I'm saying, you understand
I think Boz
everything.
knows what you're
He knows
saying.
by
Oh, no,
now.
I'm
I
not saying
think
that
he
he
knows
doesn't.
what you're saying.
Boz understands because like we'll talk about it later on in the day,
And he
like,
will
and he'll
explain
break
it very
down.
well.
And then he'll tell me what he was feeling, and I'm like, okay, I hear what you're saying now, but like if that's how you're feeling, let's figure out another way to release it or communicate. Like you can't just throw your body because you can hurt yourself.
Yeah.
And then it comes across as you being defiant or not listening. And then he's like, oh no, what does defiant mean? Like, and we're sitting
Yeah.
there and we're talking about it. So it's like, you know, in the moment, it may look like he's flopping and I may look like I could be more like in my disciplinary bag, but it's, I feel like I do try to like talk it out with Boz as much as I can so that it's like, okay, if you don't understand in this moment when you're clearly not listening and you don't even see me trying to talk to you because you're just, I'm a kid, I'm flopping. This is what you did. This is where, you know, we could do better. This is where I could do better. This is what we got to do. You know, this is our team. Let's figure it out. So it's a work in progress over here.
I think it's a work in progress in everybody's
Everywhere.
In everybody's
Everywhere.
home. It's all. I feel like it's always different levels, especially when they get older.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
wanna-
always gonna change.
I don't
Yeah.
want to see how I'm disciplining Parker when he's 13, 12. Like I know it's gonna be a different talk, different,
It's a whole nother
a
discipline.
whole
The
different.
boys at 13.
I
God.
don't even know.
That was
What age do
ditching
we
at
have-
11, 12.
What age do we have the sex talk?
I
When
feel-
did your parents start talking to you about sex?
I feel like it wasn't like both my parents talking to me about a thing. Honestly, I don't remember. I don't remember.
You don't
when-
remember your
for
dad
this.
talking to you about it?
No, but I do remember going to them saying, I think I told them I had sex first. Before, yeah.
And then
It
what?
was like open, nothing. It wasn't nothing like a secret or nothing.
They
like
never
that, but
were
they
like,
never
let's
gave
go
me,
buy
like, that.
condoms or.
No, I never had that talk. I just felt like I just knew.
or like
You had
kissing
sex,
girl,
you
or
had
even
sex with the
younger,
condom.
like
We had
kissy
classes
girl.
Did your
for it
brothers
and-
help you? Or not help you, but was it like a talk with them at all?
We talked about it. It was more so like, hey, I sucked a titty today. And
Oh my God! No, help us, Lord.
But it was never. I
think
mean,
I'm
I'm
gonna
pretty
shit
sure the talk
myself.
was had.
You're
I remember
so
having
annoying.
talks with my dad, like, you know, hey man, you use a condom. If you don't, you're gonna mess up. You're gonna have a kid and this and that. You're gonna mess up. You can't have football. And
Or even
know, you're messing up
before
your
that,
career.
like at a young age, like I feel like kids in Parker's age are like talking like
have to talk
getting
about Boz about
ideas
stuff.
or like, ooh, kissy girl, like
Yeah.
not all that, but like
that's what I'm saying. Those conversations, I'm sure, were brought up as a kid, being younger, when I don't remember.
But you don't remember,
I don't
yeah.
remember that shit. That was
Yeah.
I was young as hell.
like
are
kids are
talking.
getting like
I feel like
more,
the talk has to
weird-
happen earlier.
Now, yeah, things
Now.
are different now. It's
It is
more
different
heightened
nowadays.
even if it's not sex, it's what is inappropriate versus inappropriate touch. Like, how do you
Yeah, all
consent?
those
Like,
things.
there are certain things where it's like with the kids now, it's like, no, you don't go just hug someone. You need to ask. You need to. We're not touching strangers. Like, you know, if someone tells you please stop or don't do it, stop.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Like, there's certain things now where
Consent.
it's like, no, you just need to learn some basics. But I'm terrified of those sex conversations. The other day, Boz and Ryder were talking about girlfriend and boyfriends, and out of nowhere, Boz was like, Mom, do girlfriends lick their boyfriends? And I was like,
Lick?
Lick.
Yeah, Boz got in trouble at my house. He said something crazy.
I had to
about
walk
girlfriend and
away.
Boyfriends the other day. He had to go sit on the steps. 'Cause I was like, bro, go sit over there. I can't even deal with this.
I was like, I don't even know what that question means. Let's get dressed. Let's go. Like, we're leaving. It was like, we're
He's
done.
stuck on kissing right now.
He's
Is
so
he?
stuck on kissing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah, and I thought
kissing.
about the other day, I'm
Has
like-
he tried to kiss girls? Like Ryder's friends or anything?
No,
No.
but
Oh, okay.
one of them was, I think one of them was trying to bait Boz because they were talking about kiss.
They're trying
me,
to
kiss,
what?
Bait Boz.
Bait Boz.
Bait.
Oh.
Bait.
Bait.
They be like,
I want to know, like,
Fake.
what is the average age that you have the sex talk now?
that's a good question.
Man, I feel
so-
like 6, it's going into like the middle school phase.
It has
I
That's
to
how
be.
I feel like.
I know Parker.
Like 6th grade.
Sixth
Going-
grade. I know Parker's
grade.
friend is having. Parker's in second, third, like fourth. They're having that talk.
Yeah.
Maybe
And
because
fourth,
like,
like
Well, you gotta think about it. I remember being in
development,
5th grade.
puberty and
and-
development, and like one of the moms was like, "Oh, one of the kids is like a horn dog." And I'm like,
Well, he's probably going through puberty. Do you remember when
Yeah.
you went through puberty?
but then fourth grade, that's when you're
I
going
don't.
through
Like we
puberty.
talking about, yeah,
I was
I don't.
at my
Yeah.
school. There were girls who were starting their
fourth?
cycles. In
How
the
old
fourth
you in
grade.
fourth grade?
9 years old.
Yeah.
And there's so much
That's so
hormones
crazy. My
and stuff
baby's
in the
8.
food.
That's why.
Yeah, I mean, to me, you
Like, I
have to.
guess-
I say that in today's world, the talk happens earlier
Earlier.
now.
Yeah, it does.
Especially
Yeah.
because of what the kids are seeing in social media, in the news. And then also, every
that's
other
definitely
day, I can look up a report of a teacher sleeping with the kid in the class.
Yeah.
So it's like, at this point, I need to explain to my children, like,
Don't let your teacher touch you.
Don't let them
No.
touch you.
Looking back though, I
You don't
think
sit
I
on
did have the
anyone's
talk.
lap,
Well, I think
no.
we were like it was put on the table at a young age for us. Because I remember 5th grade, the fire department came to our class like for a presentation. They
Yeah.
showed us every drug in the book.
Oh,
Meth,
really?
yeah, it was in like a little glass thing, and it had all labels. I remember them showing us that, like, you don't use this, da da da
Yeah.
da. And then we went to the police station. They were like, "This is a jail cell." So I remember them instilling that fear, kind of
In a
young.
young
I don't
age.
remember it like from the sexual thing though, but I'm sure we
as
had
a-
that talk.
Yeah.
I'm almost 100% sure now
Yeah.
that I think about it.
That's so yeah. It
But I
is.
vividly remember that. That's crazy.
I just think now it has to happen earlier.
Oh, it's gonna
They're
happen.
so.
Oh
They're,
Lord.
the way they're accessed.
about to start
the
dating.
Everything. Don't.
I think I'm more nervous for Rye than Ace, and I say this not from like it's like their personality. Rye, I'm nervous for that heartbreak. When she gets in a relationship and that first breakup, I don't think she's gonna know what to do.
I remember my
she's gonna be
first.
I think
breakup.
Ace is gonna be like, yeah, you know, big boys, da da da.
Yeah.
On to the
Come on,
next
it's
one.
your
Ryder's
friend.
gonna be like, but wait, we're supposed to get married.
Yeah, I
swear to
remember
God,
my
I'm
first
scared.
heartbreak,
She
and I
is.
came home crying to my dad. It was this boy named Giovanni, and he broke up with
Freaking
me.
Gio.
And my dad
Giovanni.
went to the grocery store and he got me some
Aw.
coffee, ice cream. And in our old house that we grew up, there was a heater on the
Oh, you
floor.
told you guys just
and
ate
we
it and
sat on the heater on the floor and ate the ice cream out of the tub. It was
that's
like
what
out
we're
of a
gonna have to
movie.
do with Ryder.
And he sat there and made me
Aw,
feel
Zach.
better.
No,
He's like, I'm
that's
ready.
why I'm fearful.
Yeah.
It's not for anything else. It's just I know her. She's gonna be heartbroken, like
Yeah.
shattered in shambles.
Okay. And you think Ace is
Aw.
going to be high-fiving his little knucklehead friends?
Yeah.
He's gonna be
I
like,
think-
"Hey, bro, does she have a friend still?"
I think that.
Yo, Zaire, you trying to go out? I got the next
one. She just left me.
I think Ace is gonna
Ace
be
might be a lover
lover
boy.
boy.
He might be.
I think him and Zaire
I was a little
are
lover boy.
Gonna be lover boys.
I
lover
think
boys. I think they're gonna be so the boys that always have a girlfriend. Like I think they're gonna
Yes.
be so into love.
Boz is gonna be the lover boy.
No, Zaire grabs your face and he would tell
Aw,
you,
actually?
"You are cute. I love you." Like I
Zaire
think it's
does.
Zaire.
That's probably one of the greatest things about him being home with me right now is he will legit, like Cheyenne said, come up to me, grab my fan. He just said, "I love you."
Were
love
you the type that always
Aw.
had boyfriends? Like,
Yeah.
Love you.
oh, you did.
always.
I just read something. They say, so it's a thing. Like girl breaks up with somebody, go get another man. It's not that you like. You have an addiction.
Yeah, I would say
An
I
addiction?
started.
It's an addiction.
Look at me.
You're not. You don't want to.
From,
You're an addiction. You're used to being. It's like
with
it's a
somebody.
drug.
The
You're used to
longest
being
I
with
went
somebody.
that was single was college, which was probably the best time ever to be single. And then like after college, but before that, like 6th grade, 8th grade, all those grades, I always had somebody.
honey.
And I had like 2-week flings. Like I'm with her for 2 weeks, and it's this girl.
Oh
and
well, damn.
Yeah,
You had
I
an
heard
addiction.
when I
It
was
was
in
like-
Vegas, and the girl at Fat Tuesdays told me about the
Middle
light
school
skinned
was
Zach and
different.
Culver.
I
was
swear,
like,
middle school
oh,
was
tell
like-
me more about him.
Wait,
There
I
was
think
No, you were there when
long-term
that
relationships
happened.
in middle school. It was like everybody was just
When we
shuffling
went to
around
Vegas,
girls.
do you- We all went to
Vegas. Yes. Do you remember
I
her?
remember that.
Yes.
This
Shut up, Zach. You got caught.
Single.
You get caught. I don't even know who she was. She probably did. She
That
say she
is-
dated me?
No.
No, she
but she
said
was
that
like-
you were kind of like the one.
Oh Lord.
Oh, Lord.
That is funny. I do remember
I
that.
remember that. I'll never forget it.
I'll never forget.
I'll never forget it.
It was
You're like, thanks for the
everything.
info.
And I was like, tell me more about the light-skinned Zach at Culver.
Wow. Let me go back to my deep voice.
Not
Not
the
a
deep
deep
voice. Okay, babe, you had a special announcement you wanted to make.
Dun dun dun.
Oh.
I gotta pull up my phone and announce this.
Oh my God.
All right.
You said dun, dun,
So
What
I
is
have
that?
partnered up with Turbo Fit. If you guys don't know what Turbo Fit is, Dave and Turhan, and it's just them two, right? They
And
started
you.
it. No, I'm saying from the founders of it who started it. They started a fitness app back in, it's been a while now.
Yeah.
It's been some time, but we are now launching Turbo Fit Commit. So I want you guys to join me on a 3-month fitness and nutrition journey to create life-changing habits, boost confidence, burn fat, and build lean body mass. Within this whole journey, Turbo Fit is going to keep you challenged with hundreds of on-demand video workouts. It's a 3-month journey, curated weekly programming to burn fat and build lean body mass, no matter what your experience or fitness level. So we also have the Macro Stacks app, which provides with access to a custom macro formula nutrition plan that includes 1 million plus verified food planner database and daily tracking. So you have a library of healthy recipes to keep you on point with your goals. And we have like basically a community to where we're, accessible, we're talking and we're interacting with you guys on a day-to-day basis.
Are you talking to people?
I'll be talking, Turhan, Dave, we'll all be on there. We're going to get Shy on here talking
I'll
too.
be in there too.
Kyle will be on there.
I've got some videos on
Oh.
Turbo Fit that I recently shot too, y'all. So go check them out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Check you out.
But yeah, go ahead. I'll have them put the description somewhere. Is this on YouTube?
This is going to be on YouTube,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, I'll have them put the link for everything in there. And yeah, sign up and join us on this journey.
That sounds exciting.
That is exciting. When does it launch?
It launches, this airs later, but it launches today.
Okay.
Yeah,
So it's launched.
it's launched.
But the other nice thing is, like, you hear 3 months. At first, I was like, oh my God, I can't do this every day. You do it on your own pace.
Yes.
Like, you have the opportunity to still make the workout and the menus and all the features that are accessible through Turbo Fit Commit. Like, you can do it on your
curated
time.
around your daily
Do you have
lifestyle.
a code or anything?
Not yet.
Oh, wait. By the time this airs, you'll have a
You'll
code.
have a
Yeah, by the
code?
time this airs, I'll have a code.
All right. Well, that's exciting. Thanks for coming to share with us.
Thank
We'll
you.
put the code in the description.
Thanks,
Thank
Travis.
you, Travis.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, ladies.
Oh, Lord.
We have 2 more spots on our Mexico
Man, y'all fucked my
glamping trip
up.
that are for the early birds.
Kyle leaked it early and blew my trip.
Shut up, Zach.
I'm confused.
Nothing. Let's talk about
There's
Mexico.
other Kyles in your life, so I'm going to
Oh
assume
my
it's not
God.
me.
Let's talk about Mexico. There's only 2 more spots left open for early bird pricing, and I think there's
Only one,
only
because
like
I'm booking.
4 spots
four,
after
like
that.
4 spots after that.
Yeah.
So
Can I book? This is a serious question. Can I come?
It's a women's retreat.
I know, but
So
you
if
know
you
when
identify as a woman,
like you and Boz,
come on,
I
Zach.
says me and my wife.
you can come with me, babe.
did you
No,
say
I
me
can-
and
Aw,
Boz
look at
versus
you
you
two.
and
You know
your
how Boz
wife?
is when you leave? This is how I am when she
You
leaves.
can come with me.
I really want to go though.
Okay.
Like I'll stay
wanna
away
come
from you
with
guys,
us?
but at night, like I'll just sneak in your tent.
Baby,
You could just
we're
stay in
sharing
the
a
tent.
tent. We would share a tent.
No, I don't want to intrude. Like we
No,
can.
We're
my
not gonna
tent is
be in her
single.
tent.
It's
It's
a
a
single,
single
so you guys
tent.
should have a tent together.
Oh, okay. I'll stay in the tent.
Come
but
on our trip.
I'll let you go.
You can come
when
on the
No,
taco
I'm not.
tour.
I'm not joining you guys for anything. It's a women's
Oh.
thing. I just want to be there.
I was about to
That's
say,
all.
come on our
That's all.
taco tour.
You know, I have
He just
FOMO.
wants to see her at night.
Wow.
Midday.
I really do want
morning.
to come.
Okay, I'm excited for the trip though.
I'm really excited. You guys, I highly suggest. I know we had a lot of talk about like what we want to come in this year and what we want to do. Traveling was one of your things that you want to do. I highly suggest to take up one of these spots. I think that it's going to be so much fun. I think it's going to be worth it. If you guys are worried about financial things and stuff like that, we have a payment plan. You can put as much on a deposit.
You
correct?
can put 25% down, but you can also use a firm
Right.
if you wanted to just like finance the whole entire trip. So there's different payment options. So we try to do that so that, you know, it is flexible
Right.
and that everybody could be able to come. And, you know, if you guys have questions or anything like that about, like, the financial part of it, then feel free to DM us. We're on there all day long answering questions. A few people were nervous about booking because they didn't want to ride from the airport to the tent area by themselves. But once we have everybody confirmed that's going, we're going to have a chat that's open where people can meet. They can start to communicate. You can start to follow each other. And then we can plan for, like, maybe 3 people are going to land around 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock. You guys wait for each other and then can travel together to where we're going to be glamping.
Where are you guys going?
Tulum.
Tulum.
Oh, I got the Sprinter out there.
Oh,
Hey,
my
so
God.
you guys come. Hurry up! You guys can hop on my bus. It got speakers. It's lit.
That Sprinter is
Oh,
low.
Tulum. No, but I looked at your
love
guys'
it.
itinerary. I mean, you guys need to book because y'all itinerary is lit. You guys
It
have a
really
lot. You guys
is
have a lot
lit.
of activities
And I think it's
nice.
even
And other
more
things.
special
Like-
because we have our own. We're making it we're making it extra special with our workshops.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it
On
looks
top
fun.
of a really nice itinerary. So
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah, I'm definitely going. We just went to Tulum. I'm sorry, I'm not missing this
Tulum
one.
is a lot of
And
fun.
you guys would be
beautiful.
crazy if you
I'm
don't
excited
book.
to go. I haven't
coming.
been to Mexico in so long.
I feel like I'm definitely stepping out of my personal comfort zone doing this. Because number one, I don't want to go glamping. I never thought I would want to go glamping, but I think this is me stepping out of my comfort zone. This is like very nice luxury glamping. So I'm like,
Yes.
all right, we're going to do this together. And then also traveling with
People you
people
don't
I
know.
don't
Don't
know.
know. I think it's gonna be
I'm-
interesting.
Yes.
I think that I'm really, really nervous about it. But I had someone else tell me, like, I'm nervous about it. I don't know anyone. I'm going to be
Have
solo.
you guys thought about doing like an icebreaker Zoom call?
No,
Yes,
we're gonna do
stuff
a lot
ahead of time.
of stuff
Yeah.
ahead of time so
Okay.
that people feel
We
like
can have
We'll
create a
know each
community.
other.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like they're gonna know each other. And I had one girl who was telling me, like, I'm just so nervous. I'm so nervous, but like I'm entering my 30s and I feel like this is what I need to do to
Yeah.
like break
Oh,
that
yeah.
ice. I was like,
I feel like this
"Book."
is
Oh,
the year
yeah.
to do it.
And
This is
then
the
She
year.
ended up
Do it.
booking. So I just feel like we have a really solid group so far, and I just want to get everybody confirmed for the trip so that we can start to like communicate
Yes.
with
bit
each
more
So we can
other.
talk. We
Nice.
can all follow each other and all those things.
Yeah.
And it's
I'm
cool.
excited.
We're coming from different states, different countries,
Ages.
different ages.
Yeah, the
Yes,
age
we're in there
range.
like 27 to I think 40.
46.
Yeah, 46.
46.
I know some people were like hesitant about traveling solo. I've traveled solo without a group and
Yeah.
I've survived. Here we are traveling solo within a group,
With
and we
yeah.
are gonna like we said, make that connection ahead of time. So don't come in. I don't want you to not book thinking like I don't know anyone or I'm hesitant. Like this, I would say is a great, if you haven't traveled at all, this will be a great first time travel experience.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree.
we've all traveled to multiple countries. Like we know little tricks of the trade in terms of like how to not get sick or like, you know, just this. I think it'll be a good personal experience to where you will be like in a safe space with people who are all going to be there with the same purpose of like just relaxing, receiving all the blessings that we're supposed to receive on this, and just to like have fun.
Yeah.
Let
You
go,
guys
breathe.
were really fun to travel with, by the way.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And if you guys have any
think
questions,
so.
please reach out. Please ask all the questions that you need so that you're feeling comfortable within booking. And if you need us to hold your hand along the way, we can do that.
Yep,
Love to.
Yeah.
I love it. I got a lot of patience.
Anybody have a WTF or advice this week?
Mm.
Shannon, did you write it down in a note?
I did.
Oh my God.
What?
that's a
My
real one.
brain be. I'm never
Well,
here.
I think you should
on Earth.
start.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I fully wrote it down,
Oh, here
but
we go.
I had a bunch. I was like, oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Let me find it.
Kyle, you got one?
What is that?
Can you ask me a question?
Do you have a WTF or advice this week?
Damn, that was the question.
Yes.
I'm done.
That was the question. Zach?
I'm
oh.
thinking.
Okay.
I'm thinking.
Mine was stupid.
Okay.
What was it, Shannon? You wrote it down. We need to hear it now.
I did. I just thought it was funny. Because Parker, we were on the plane on the way because we're going to Utah. It's very cold. So we were on the plane and Parker was like, my butt itches. And I'm like, what's wrong with your butt? He kept digging in his butt. And then we got to the hotel room. This little boy had like 3 pair of underwears on.
Wait, stop.
I
Why?
was like, Mom, I had to prepare. I knew it was going to be cold. Like, why?
I actually think that's funny.
I said, why the hell? Because he was
like this.
He's
I was like, do you have a wedgie? We were on the plane for a while, not that long, but I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Then we got back to the hotel. I'm like, little boy, he said, Mom, I had a lot of underwear. I knew it was going to be cold. I said,
Oh my
I cannot
God,
with you.
Parker.
Three pair of underwear.
I think that's great.
That's really cute. That's adorable, Shannon. You have a cute kid.
Kyle?
I have
That's
multiple
great.
underwears on.
I'm just thinking about how we were talking about discipline, and that has been something that I've been really trying to be better about within my personal journey. I don't really have words of advice, but just if you guys could pray for my sense of discipline.
Everybody
Before we were
say a
playing for
prayer.
clarity, now it's discipline. Because, like, I'm literally, okay, I made so much progress at the house in the last 2 weeks. Moving is happening March. Like, I'm very, very happy. But as I move into this space, I just really pray that I, just stay on my journey and my path. And, like, not just disciplining my children, but, like, maintaining discipline within myself. So that's, like, you know, praying, eating correctly, keeping my house clean, paying my stuff on time. Just pray for my self-discipline.
I like that. Self-discipline
Yeah,
is big.
as I'm
That is
leveling up.
That is big. That's a good one.
Yes.
You about to say stink. I heard
I
it
know
coming.
I stopped.
Oh, man. I've been trying to think of a WTF forever. But I don't think I have
Do
any.
you have any advice?
Yeah. That's some great advice.
Oh.
Stop what you're doing right now. Click their Trova trip. What is it?
Aw. Yes.
Trova trip link and book the damn trip.
Oh.
She said, oh, what?
Felt like we got yelled at.
Book it now.
Right.
Book
That's how I
it now.
felt. Shit. Okay.
And if you can't, you better call somebody who can.
Book the trip.
Oh my God. I don't.
Finance the trip. Affirm.
I'm scared to finance things.
Affirm.
Affirm.
I've never
not
used Affirm.
everything.
I think they offer.
use Affirm?
I think
Hell
they
yeah.
offer zero like interest too if you pay it off within the, like 12 months. I don't know. Don't quote me on it. but
Yeah,
I
Am I
think
just
they-
playing
stay on
myself
your
for not
payments.
using any of these things out
Yeah.
there?
That helps
Yeah.
with discipline. Stay on those payments.
Stay on your payments.
And you're good.
Yeah, I think my advice would be to take the leap. And that could be within anything, like within TurboFit, take the leap of like getting active and being into your fitness, or take the leap in coming on this trip and stepping out of your comfort zone, or take the leap into being self-disciplined and, you know, leveling up. So whatever it is that, you know, fits into your life or relates to you, that would be my advice, is just sometimes you just got to take that leap and do it.
I like
I
it.
like that. That resonates with me right now.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Yeah.
Good advice.
All right, guys. As always, thanks for tuning in every Monday to Think Loud Crew podcast. We'll have a new episode next week. Don't forget to follow us on Think Loud Crew on YouTube and on Instagram. And you can follow me at Shy Not Shy.
And you can follow me at RKylN.
And you can follow me at Hair by Shannon C.
And you can follow me at z.terrel.
Oh, okay.
And on Snapchat, Zach Terrel Davis.
Thanks for coming in, babe. Okay, guys, have a good week. And as always, don't forget to tell your crew about our crew.
Now go book that trip.